The new year is here, and that's a time for a lot of people who make the resolution of getting healthier and fitter.
That's right. Dr. Eric Kusher is joining us now from Compass Fat Loss with some new tools he has to help people achieve their goals. Hello, doctor. And I feel like now that we're in the beginning of January, I feel like you must be getting more calls of people wanting to just get back on the train, get healthier again, just start the new year fresh.
Oh, it's high season for weight loss. There's no doubt about it. Welcome, Melissa. You're a lot easier on the eyes than that Haney guy.
Oh, nice to see you.
Happy New Year, doctor. So talk about, you have some new ways to help people achieve their goals. And especially in this era where we've all learned to do things remotely, you have some new devices that actually improve weight loss outcomes.
Yeah, Kara, you know from our time together before that for me, it's all about outcomes and using whatever tools we have to do to get better outcomes and more accountability and data so we're not guessing at things. And we have two new additions to the protocol now. The first one is something called the Lumen device, which is pretty unique. It's a little handheld device that you actually breathe into, and it's a metabolic tracker. So what it does is when you breathe into it, from measuring the carbon dioxide in your breath and the breath flow and the temperature, it can actually tell us if the patient is burning fat for fuel, burning carbohydrates for fuel, or some of both. And it gives us much, much deeper insights on what their metabolism is doing in real time. So we don't have to guess, am I burning fat today? Did I do something wrong? Am I now burning carbs? It's really a technology, a cutting edge technology that helps us kind of fine tune this stuff and let us know exactly where the patient is metabolically at all times. The second of the two is something called a CGM, which is a continuous glucose monitor. And diabetics have used this technology for years, but we've implemented now into the program to get us better control of blood sugar and, things like insulin resistance and things like that. And the nice thing about it doesn't require any finger sticks. It goes right in your arm. It stays there for 14 days. It connects to a phone app, and you can see your blood sugar in real time and exactly what it's doing. So this can also give us more information to tell us what certain foods are doing to you, what exercises are best for you, stress level, sleep quality. All these things impact your blood sugar, your insulin, and your ability to lose weight. So these all connect with the clinician. So we see these things in real time as patients are wearing and using them, and it gives the patient much, much more accountability, and it gives us much more data to act upon to get better outcomes for the patient.
So is it very customizable? You know, when somebody comes to see you for the first time, do you kind of go through the whole history and decide which plan or which one of those new gadgets might work best for them?
Well, those two gadgets, as you call them, actually are used for all new patients. So when they're about a week or two into the program, we get them to implement these. We give them a couple of weeks just to get acclimated to the program and the dietary and lifestyle changes that they're making. And then we start to collect this data and use it. And we have consultations with the patient at various points throughout that process to let them know, hey, you're eating this food, it's not doing so good for you, go for this one. Your sleep quality is not so good. Were you under stress this day? So we do implement it for all patients, but we use it differently and particularly for all patients. And it ties in also with the DNA testing that we do. So we get much, much more specific protocols for each patient.
Yeah, I like that. You'll know exactly instead of wondering, okay, does this food make me gain weight? You'll know. But and also, if you're at another level, you're actually working with people who are very into fitness and maybe even elite athletes to help them achieve peak performance.
We do, and that's another value of these two added technologies. Weight loss is our core business, but we also work with people that may be in very good health, but really want to optimize it to the next level, and people that are fitness enthusiasts and athletes. And we can use these technologies to fine tune their metabolism and their physiology to make sure that they're getting the most out of what they do in their day. And we can increase their performance both physically and cognitively by implementing these things into a fairly longer term program. So that's kind of an outshoot of what we've been doing for years, but it's really very effective for this particular population.
All right, and you touched on it briefly before, but talk a little bit about some of the meal plans based on the DNA testing.
Yeah, we've kind of upgraded the DNA analysis to include more information to guide us in choices of meal plans for patients that have reached or are approaching their goal. So they stay on the Compass Fat Loss program pretty much until they get to goal weight. Once they get there, we dig much deeper into their DNA analysis, and these These findings allow us to pick one of over a dozen different programs that are, again, specific to each patient. So you may have one patient that does better on a paleo plan or a keto plan or a vegan plan. And now we know that by looking at their DNA, because we can see how efficient their body is at burning carbs, at burning fats, at implementing protein. And we can tailor make a particular dietary and exercise program for each and every patient that ties in with their DNA, so we know it's right just for them and it's not a cookie cutter program for all.
Is there, I know it's so personalized, which is one of the benefits of Compass Fat Loss, but as we're sitting here and a lot of moms out there going, gosh, it was a lot easier to lose weight when I was younger. Is there something in general that you're finding that specific to women about how they need to eat, especially after they get to a certain age?
Well, you know, it is gender specific to a degree, and it is age specific. So listen, there's no getting around it. As you age, you might find it a little harder to lose weight. As females go through that time of life, they may find it a little harder to lose weight, but those are not things that they're stuck with. When we dig into their metabolism really deeply, we can figure out ways to overcome that. And statistically and by and large, our older females and older guys lose a little bit more slowly than somebody who's 20 or 30, but we always get the job done. It takes a little longer. It's not a sprint. It's a marathon in some cases, but the outcomes are always good if we stick with the program and monitor the data and use it properly.
And just for people watching, if you do start a program like this, you know, how long is it before you do start to notice some changes or start seeing a little bit of results?
How about tomorrow?
That sounds good to me.
Generally speaking, you know, guys on our program in the first 43 days will see an average of about 30 pounds come off.
Wow.
Gals will see about 20 to 25, obviously a little bit slower. So that's where the metabolic changes are taking place, but we're losing through that whole period. And then most of our patients will have considerably more to lose than that. So the process continues, and on average, we'll lose about 10 to 15 pounds a month after that, which is a really good pace, but a safe pace. We want to know that they're doing this the right way, that they're properly monitored. That's why I say it's not a sprint. So we like to lose it, and patients like to lose it at a good clip, but we want to make sure that we're doing it at the right pace too.
All right. Thank you, doctor. And for more information, everyone can visit compassfatloss.com. Happy New Year.
To you as well. Thank you.